Okay. All right. Welcome to February. Let's clear. Inhale and exhale. 2. We always begin with our 3 pull downs, pulling down the heavens, kind of clearing the space of the past and any future thoughts or concerns, and just landing right into the present moment, right into our bodies. And with practice, we can get to that landing quicker and quicker. So I'd like you to just feel that pressure in your feet, particularly the perfect footprint. So the toes, the pads of the toes, the balls of the feet, the sides, the heels, and also pay attention to the part of the feet that don't make an imprint in the sand, the arches. So as we pull those up, feeling as the toes are gripping into the floor a little bit more, the inner thighs engage. We feel more connected to that lower body, feeling the thighs kind of activate, not just the inner thighs, but around the whole thighs and calves. And then we just let the head float over the shoulders. Nice and light and airy as it's floating over your spine. And your shoulders are floating over your ribs. And your ribs float around your spine. Your pelvis floats over your hips. Shoulders are relaxed. The chest is hollowed. And let the kidneys just press back a little bit as you sink into the stance. So folding slightly at the hips, bending slightly in the knees, and letting the lower back unfold and kind of starting to round a little bit, just opening up that lower back area. Finding your neutral pelvis. So the back's not swayed, so that the pelvis isn't tilting too much forward, and we're not pushing through, letting the pelvis drop backward. We're kind of right in the center, feeling the base of your pelvis heavy and anchored. Relax the buttocks. Let the knees kind of trigger inward, like as if you were holding on to a ball between your thighs. Your heels draw outward as your toes draw inward. Let your elbows float away from your body, creating some space under your armpits. Turning the corners of your mouth up into an inner smile. Gazing over your nose, letting your vision soften. Let your breath draw in through the nostrils, down through the windpipe, where it fills the lower abdomen, the middle abdomen, and then the upper lungs. And then exiting out the way it came in. Upper lungs, middle abdomen, lower abdomen. But now drawing the navel back and picking the perineum up. In. And out. Just taking a couple more moments into the body. Feeling the feet underneath you, drawing down those roots. Turning the palms outward as if you're standing in a river. You can add in the Ujjayi breath or ocean breath, where you're constricting the throat slightly, getting that wave of sound. Enables your breath to get deeper and deeper into your body. Starting to create some energy and heat. So let's take our hands to the belly, so for the lower belly, and do a couple of rounds of the Kapalabhati breath. We're going to do not a real fast. We're going to do it at a moderate pace, about maybe 2 seconds, and we'll do 15 repetitions. At the end, you're going to hold the breath out for 30 seconds. Then we'll inhale, pause the breath on the top of the inhale for about 15 seconds. Then we'll exhale and do another round. Okay, so let's inhale, exhale, and inhale again. And we do that quick, really forceful breath. Here we go. Hold. Releasing tension in the face, in the neck. 10 more seconds. And inhale. Hold at the top. Exhale it all out. Inhale, round 2. Hold. Relax your neck, shoulders. Nice and slow. All the way to the top of the breath. And we're going to pause for 15 seconds. And exhale. All out. Round 3, inhale. Here we go. Hold. Inhale. Pause. And exhale, bring your hands down. Shake that out. All right. So if you were a little chilly, yeah, taking that sweatshirt off. Okay. And let's add a little bounce to our step. Shaking it all out. And coming back to the center. So clear. Oh, and set. All right, so let's reach up with the arms. Reach up to the ceiling. Start lifting off those heels, reaching a little higher, as far up as you can, and then going from right to left, open up that side body, reaching through the right side, left sides for opening up the space between the pelvis and the hips, side of your waist, the intercostal muscles between your shoulder, between your rib cage, the armpits, opening up the underside of your shoulder. And then take your arms right up, back up to the ceiling, lift to the toes, then drop. Inhale up and drop. One more, up and drop. Oh. And now let's take the right arm or your left arm out and over. And bring it out. Over the head, open the side, then come back and reach across. And then up, over, stay on that left side opening. And then reach back where you came and then across. And then back over. So we're going to shifting sides to stay on that left as we open up through. See how the shoulders stack? The shoulder's not way over here, but it's keeping stacked along the hip line, and we're more hollowing through the waist. And then coming back, shift to that right leg as you reach across. And one more up. You can take your hand to the waist here just to kind of push. And then release. Weight goes to the right leg. You're reaching across. And then back to center. Let's roll that shoulder out. Other way a couple of times. Good. Okay, the left side is going up. I'm gonna reach, or right side, sorry, my left, your right, push, open, all the weight goes to that right side. Your shoulder stays in line with the hip, and this is pulling across, and that's what's opening up the side. And then go back, cross the body with the arms, reach across, then back up. Shifting back to the right, arm over the head, push through the rib cage, the waist. So the hip's not going out, because if the hip went out, that would throw everything off. The hip kind of pulls in, so it's, you know, this whole side of the body, left side is bowing in. So the right side pulls and bows out, cross, over to the left. One more reach. Taking your hand to your waist. Back. Across, reaching across you. And then let it go. Let's do both arms. Swing them up and open and up and ragdoll open, up and ragdoll open. Make sure you soften those knees. Last one. And set. Okay, so let's take the left foot out, flex and point. So just working on the ankle joint, opening that up. And circle around at your ankle 9 times. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then dangle that foot out, shake it out like it's a wet noodle. And kick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Other side. Point it out. Flex and point. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Circle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Other way. And shake it out. And kick. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. take your feet out, about shoulder width apart. Inhale, arms up. And exhale as we sink. Pushing back those hips as the arms come out in front of you. Sink maybe a little lower than your knees. Reach for the floor, lift those hips, roll up. One vertebrae at a time. Rolling the shoulder back. And exhale, sink. We're gonna do that again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink from those hips. We have that little L shape with the first finger, thumb, relaxing the other three fingers, sink. Then reach, tap the floor, lift those hips, let your upper body hang. And as you roll one vertebrae at a time, roll it all the way up, shoulders roll back and down as the head floats. And last one, inhale. And sink. Make that L with the first finger, thumb, drop those elbows, shoulders, and wrist seat. Inhale, hold here. Exhale, draw navel back, perineum up. Secure those feet. Make sure that they're parallel and that one foot hasn't sneaked out there a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Sink a little lower. Draw out those heels, draw down the toes. Exhale or inhale. Let's just keep breathing. Nice, long, extended breaths. I see arms going like, ah. If your arms are, if your shoulders, neck or anything, remember your shoulders are up then. Get the shoulders down. Let your shoulder blades rest down in the back pockets of your pants. I know you don't have pants on, but whatever. You have pants on, but they don't have pockets. But if you know, just kind of set them back and down. What should be killing you is your legs, not your shoulders, not your arms. These should be relaxed. Now push back up. And exhale back down. Whew. I know we haven't practiced that in a while. Should be part of our daily routine. Even if we don't practice that in class, there's so much to teach. That should be just a daily practice. You know, brush your teeth like this. Don't do this. One hand's out, one hand's brushing your teeth, then switch. I know you can't brush your teeth with the opposite hand, but you know, try. Get it done wherever you can throughout your day, just to kind of, you make these little moments for yourself, for your practice. It doesn't have to be a carved out time. They can just is accumulated throughout the day. All right, so this is our medium with horse stance, narrow with horse stance. So we stack the hands. We take your right hand, opposite of mine, and place it on top with the thumb down. Place your left hand palm facing as well, and you take your pinky, slide it right over your thumb, and then close the fingers. So you're creating this little double fence here. As we inhale, we're going to bring the hands right to the heart. And as you exhale, push the buttocks back, drop the shoulders, push down your toes, Taoist horse stance. Inhale and exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Can you get parallel to the floor with your thighs? And then we're going to inhale, come back up. Bring the knuckles towards your chest. And exhale, come back down. And if your knees are wobbly, you can always grab a block and slide the block between your thighs just to give some stability in the knees. Drop your shoulders. Make sure that you're not overextending your neck. You want your heart lifted, so that supports the neck. So your neck isn't like that, but rather this lifts up. Tuck your chin. And it appears as if I'm just pulling the head back, but really the shoulders, the thoracic spine is arched. So inhale, coming back. Stay there a little longer. Exhale, last one. Press back. Shoulders down. Remember to lock down those shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You can always come up a little bit, but don't give up. If you can't hold that parallel feet, it's okay. I couldn't hold it for a long time either. I mean, parallel thighs to the floor. So come up a little bit. Just focus on your nice long breath. Feeling the ribs, feel everything expand, and then draw it up and in with the navel back, perineum up. Now inhale as we come back up. Oh, and exhale. And release down, shake out those legs. And if you have a little water with you, okay, let's take the feet out. So from here, narrow width apart, toes out, heels out. Toes out, heels out again. Then maybe if your toes and heels didn't go too far out and you want to go out a little bit wider, double shoulder width apart. So I find this to be the easiest stance to hold. This time we're going to take the arms, inhaling up over the head, and we're bringing them together. Exhale as we sink, bringing down the hands into a prayer position at the center of the heart, sinking so that your spine is now as vertical as the wall is behind you, trying to get it to be such. And now I'm trying to put a lot of focus this week into my right leg because I keep sensing that it's caving in. We all have a leg that, is weaker or less dominant than the other. And so sometimes you got to pay a little bit more attention to it and, work with the strength there, trying to get it to behave as the other. So let's inhale up. Take a little break, exhale as the arms come down. Inhale as the arms go back up, palms together. Exhale, bringing those hands right in front of the heart. Maybe you want to go out a little wider, a little deeper. If that's available to you, don't push it. I can sense my ankle going a little bit, saying, I'm here, I'm not happy, but so making little modifications, little adjustments, minute adjustments. The smaller adjustment is often the better adjustment. So a little bit of so adjustment that you might not even see, but you can feel. And we're taking long breaths and just focusing on the breath as we challenge a little bit more. And you're challenging yourself, not in a challenge with me. So be careful that you're not overly
This isn't about a race or competition. It's just about kind of coming into your own strengths, developing as you're comfortable with. And then coming back up and then releasing out. From here, keep those knees soft. We're going to pull the heels in to rotate out the thighs and knees, and then turn back to parallel, then into that angle, back to parallel, into the angle, back to parallel, and so on. Shake the legs out. So, you know, we're kind of getting a little bit more into some stretching practices. Yeah, we're still in the winter, but we're still kind of warming up and working on the bone, and we're working on the tendons and ligaments that are connected to the bone, and working on the strength of that connection. So, because when we get to our Tao Yin in a couple of weeks, we want to be ready for that, you know. So we're doing all the stretching and moving and okay. So let's do a little bouncing, hands together. We're gonna warm up the hands, take it to the kidneys, rub the kidneys, and we're going to go into some pounding pose underneath. Here we go. Inhale, lift and drop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now double time. Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 30. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release. Okay, so that little bouncing off the heels, it's a little impact. Enough, they say, to make your eyes jiggle, not your brains to jiggle. The brains are, you know, they want to be, they're moving a little bit, but no jiggling, no pain. Good for the bones. Okay, so we'll do some tapping. Let's take the feet out a little wider. We're going to tap up the yin meridians, inner ankles. Go around the back, tap on the back, on the buttocks, hamstrings, bladder meridian, back of the calves, going around the outer ankles, around the tops of the feet to the inner ankles, coming back up, around those hips. So we're tapping on the hip bone, or the head of the femur bone. You can go all around it. And then we're going to tap down the side. Bladder meridian. Fourth toe. And then back up the inner. And then we're going to come right down on the stomach meridian. On your legs. We can stop here at stomach 36. Just kind of with your big knuckle tapping into stomach 36, getting a little bit more chi to yourself. Then down the side of the shins. And now scoop up, inhale and exhale. Awesome. So let's tap up on the yan, starting with the large intestine line, tapping up the outside of that. Arm over the shoulder, come into the hollow part of the shoulder and come down lung line, thumb. A little bit to the outside, pinky line, over the shoulder, armpit, and down on the pinky line underneath. And then center for triple warmer, down on the pericardium. Switching sides, come up the large intestine, over the shoulder, down on the lung, outside small intestine, come underneath the armpit for the heart, And the middle outside, warmer. Middle inside, pericardium. Then tapping along all those little points through the chest. You can tap along the face. And just take the fingertips massage from the back of the neck to the front of the neck. Along the scalenes. All right, ready to go? Okay, going into our Tai Chi practice. Toes out, heels out. Medium frame stance, toes out, heels out, a little larger frame. So whatever feels good to you, somewhere in between. Parallel feet. Sink. We're going to take the hands just out away from the thighs a little bit. So side view, sink. This would be our position for our Qigong move of standing on a boat. We're going into Tai Chi, rolling the ball. So exhale everything out, land into those heels. Toes are gripping the floor. Inhale to rise. Exhale to sink. Inhale to rise. So it's feet, knees, waist, arms. Exhale into the feet, knees, waist, arms. Inhale. So it's more of a rising and a falling rather than a forward and a back. So we're not dropping the head. We want to keep the head floating over the shoulders because this is Tai Chi, okay? So there's movement involved, although we're just working with the fundamentals, so we're kind of staying put, just trying to get the feeling of that rising and the sinking and how the legs are really being worked and strengthened so that when we get to the stepping work, that they're strong, and they're able to carry us through. So a little bit of an arch in the back, a little bit of a round in the back, but only because of, where the weight is, right? The weight rises, or as the body rises, the weight comes into the tops of the front of the feet, and as the weight falls, the weight goes to the heels, and the upper body is more the counterbalance, but it's not as if, we want to feel as if the upper body floats up and is not weighting down on the legs, so if that makes sense. So we're timing this out. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. We sync the movement with that timing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rising. Falling. Rising, gazes straight ahead, and falling. Rise, 2, 3, 4, and sink. 2, 3, 4, and rise. And sink. And rise. Sink, rise, and sink. Last one, rise, and sink. Good.
hold the ball, shift to your, I'm gonna shift to the right, shift to your right, rotate, flip, because we're on the other side. Okay, so we're on the right side, right hand's on top. As we shift to the left, and you turn the waist, notice that the right fingertip glazes over the left wrist and one arm rises, the other one falls. Okay, so remember, we're not doing warding off. So I'm kind of mixing everybody up. It's parting the horse's mane is one of the terms used for this. Throw the frisbee is another. So as you split, that hand, the right hand kind of drops just below the navel, and the left hand is just letting go of that frisbee. So now we're going to flip the hands. So now your left hand's on top, right hand's on the bottom, and then you shift. So as I'm shifting, notice what happens with the shoulder and hip. Boom. Then turn the waist. And then it all just unravels on its own. Okay, so now hold the ball, right hand on top, shift to your left, bump, shoulder, hip. Split, let that right hand fall away. Then hold the ball. Shift, bump, shoulder, hip. Turn the waist, let the hands split. Now let's add in the timing. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, bump, exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale, shift, rotate, up, out, 2, 3, 4. Okay, too many words. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Ball, shift, turn, touch. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. Gather. 1. Shift 2. Rotate 3. Touch wrist 4. 1, 2, 4, and 1, 2. So I'll be quiet. We'll practice with your own timing. See if you can keep that 4-second timing and pair it with your movement so you get used to it. Good. Now come back to center on this next inhale and exhale to set. Just check on the time, and the phone got left upstairs. Okay, good. All right. So that was parting the horse's mane. We're throwing the frisbee. Next, we're doing brush knee. So same with the part the feet don't really move for this practice. Right elbow, right hand on left elbow, left hand hooks the ear. So as we sink, we're kind of inhaling. Exhale as you release. Kind of makes sense, right? Inhale, pull in. Exhale, let it go, brush the knee. Inhale. Exhale. So inhale, the body, center of the body pretty much stays facing the screen. It's kind of the hips that wrap and the shoulders that wrap and kind of corkscrew our way through and releasing that cork. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 4. In. Get to the center and it flows out where it came back. Going back where it came in. And out. 4, and in. In. And in. And out. Out. Last one. And in. Center and set. All right, good. Okay, so brush knee, ward off. Okay, so palm is out. And you sink back this hand. Let me show you from, I don't think I've shown you from the side view. It's down. Then I'm just brushing the thigh to come up, hook the ear, sink to the heels. Down, brush the thigh as you kind of bounce up, sinking down. Brush the thigh, bounce up, down, brush the thigh, rise up, down, brush the thigh, up and down, brush the thigh and up, sink, 2, 3, drop away, sink, 2, drop away. So here's where we try to keep it slow to rise, because we're going to rise a little quicker than we're rising up, or fall a little quicker than we're rising up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 2, 3, 4, up. 1, 2, 3. And feeling how you're rocking back on the feet, right? That kind of gives the momentum to the arms as you
go to the back of the heels. It kind of allows the body to sink. The body kind of just floats up. Very good, getting this nicely. It should feel as if everything is from the legs. Okay, so let's clear that out and set some time to review this fifth one. I think I might redo the video. Check everything out. Let's do a little hip circle. So take your feet about hip width apart, sink and hold just above your thighs. So let's just turn and tuck the tail under, rounding around the, just rotating around the hips. And then going the other way. And let's bring the feet in. So knees and hips. Then go other direction. We can do a little forward fold. Roll up. Inhale, arms up overhead. When you're ready, just do a couple of these forward folds. Exhale, fold from the hips. Pressing down on the legs, going down to the floor. Inhale, roll back up. And then exhale to set. Okay, let's turn out toes, heels, toes, heels. So about shoulder width apart. So back to the second. So the parting the horse's mane. This one is patting the high horse. Okay. Hold the ball. Shift to your left. So as we shift to the right, again, it's that shoulder hip, the rotate, but this time we keep the fingertips on the wrist as you rotate. Just do a little flip, circle, high horse. Then as you drop the left, flex out that thigh, okay? And then we have the other side. And we shift, hold the wrist, pat the high horse, open that thigh. So notice I'm just coming down right in front of that left thigh. I'm not crossing the center line. I want to kind of stay here because I got to flip it quickly. And then back, close, pat, open the knee, and so your stance is solid, no weak knee. Okay, hold the ball, shift, rotate, high horse, and drop. Let's add in the counting. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2. In. Out. In. Out. Does my alarm in and out. In and out. In and out. So I'm not really rotating to the right and left side. It's more 45 degrees, right? And then 45 degrees, 45. Okay, so it's more direct side to side without the rotation. Okay, so there's not
you know, the 90-degree rotation. It's only a little rotation to the corners, okay? So you have this to practice. We have one more week and then I'll release all of these 30-minute videos to you for the week I'm away. And next week's class, it's Thursday, right? Yeah, next week's class is Monday and Wednesday, same time, if you can join me. Otherwise, you know, you'll have it on recording. But Monday, Wednesday, 10:30 next week. Okay, let's inhale, clear. And out. 2. And out. 3. Palms together, heart center. Thank you for joining me. Just one more thing, by the way, when I make these recordings, because I'm using music from our school, when I put it on YouTube, it deems it as copyright infringement sometimes. So it might not put my video up there, even though I have the rights to use the music. So I might have to send it through OneDrive, and then you can save that video on your computer. Okay, so just a heads up. I'll try to get it so that it's on the YouTube site, but if not, I will have it both ways available. Okay, till then, have a great weekend.